Hi guys, I've already put out one video today. It's still the 11th of August. The fact that I'm going to watch Batman tonight. So if you want to look at that, have a look at that episode. Just chatting about my reasons why I'm going to watch Batman tonight. 30 years on from when it was released in the UK. There we go. Spoiler alert. But the other one I've been wanting to do, but just haven't got round to it, is jumping in and seeing if I can remember how to use Duke Nukem Build. And I'm just in the mood to do it now. So 2 videos in one day. Let's see how this goes. All I've done is make sure that I can get Build working, but I haven't played in it at all, and I've avoided looking at any YouTube videos that would remind me about how to use Duke Nukem Build. So this is 100% honestly it's going to be a mess. It is literally going to be me going, all right, how the heck I can't remember how to use Duke Nukem Build. Loved it in the day, and when I say I had a look at how to get it working is simply because I did discover that the versions of Duke Nukem that I had were missing the build exe, so I've rectified that. Fortunately, I had access to an archive. So here we go. So let's do this, and I'm just going to launch DOSBox, because when I do that I lose access to my mouse pointer for controlling good old OBS. So let's go into Duke and I should have Build in here. Now, to be honest, there is a bit of... Wait a minute. No, wait a minute, I put it in a different one. Because I had sort of... sorry, I had to... see that? Where did I put it? Sorry, there we go. CD... I wanted to preserve my original Duke 3D folder. But I also wanted to bring in like my Wells map, because I want to do some playing about with that. Yes, I've read all the terms and conditions. Here we go. I do get a bit of an error, but then it does jump in. Okay, I'm just noticing that's not coming up full screen there. So you're going to live with that. I'm sorry, because otherwise I'm going to have to alt tab and it messes up on the screen. So there we go. I don't want to redo and do. So here we go. This is Build. This is what I built the level of the company that I used to work for, and I did do a couple of other levels, more tester levels than anything. I also did a level of one of the colleges I went to, which if I ever find it, I've gone through my archives, I can't find it, but anyway. This is Build. So yeah, like I said, I did have a quick play about just to make sure I could get it working. I haven't done anything else. I did accidentally obviously have my fingers on WSAD and found out that I think one of these, there we go, so A is zoom in. Z is zoom out. I used to know how many squares and everything to take up and all of that. Arrow keys, what do arrow keys do? Oh, there we go, so I can turn. How do I move forward? I thought arrow keys moved me forward as well. Okay, right click moves my position on the map. Interesting. Left click is going to do what? I can't remember how you even start a thing. This is worse than I thought. Scroll mouse does nothing. I've got 2 extra buttons on my mouse. They do nothing. Check out. Look, I'm a YouTube pro now. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, look. I'm not really a YouTube pro. You guys know I have no delusions about being it, but I had to get, because it just came up cheap. I've got one of these. Oh, it's so pointless. It's amusing, and same with the mouse. There we go. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Right, this is not how to use a cheap gaming keyboard and mouse. This is oh, and also got a different chair as well, one that I've been after for ages. But anyway, right, okay. How do you do anything in this? So, oh, okay. Grid locking is off. Was that G? No, G changes the grid. Okay. What sort of grid did we have about that? No, it was about that. This is going to be so funny. Oh, this might have to be in several parts. This might have to be, okay, this is how little I remembered week 1. how do you start? I would have thought it would have been left mouse to then draw a region, and then that I could then expand it. There was a way to jump into the view. Right, I'm going to press all the main keys, like one, number keys, don't do anything. F keys. Oh, that did something. And then that's doing the opposite. I can't tell you exactly what it's doing. Okay, and that's doing it on the vertical. Interesting. F5, what does that do? Nothing. I'm going up the F keys now. I'm all the way up to F. Oh! Is F12 what jumps you in to the... If it's a usable level, maybe... Okay, we'll think about coming back to F12. Numeric key. Oh, title does nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Plus, minus do nothing. Right. Q 0. Tab. What is tab? ER. Oh, what did that? Something did something. Oh no, I moved the mouse. Okay. Right. I'm just going through the. Okay, I already know that zooms in. I'm going to zoom back out. So A zooms in. Oh, okay. Oh, that's the grid. Again, whatever. H, J, K, L. Oh, grid locking is on. Grid locking is off. So that's L that does that. I thought G did it. Oh, no, G does that. So L does grid locking. Okay. Enter seems to do nothing. Shift does nothing. Caps is always going to be caps. Stop zooming in and out, boy. Shift does nothing. Control, Alt. Well, Windows wasn't a thing. The Windows key is not going to do anything. Sector drawing started. Spacebar. Who'd have thought? I'm drawing a sector. Oh, okay. This is real. This is, and it shows you how little I remember. I've remembered nothing. Okay. So okay. Left mouse does not do the next sector point. So I'm assuming it's going to be space again. Okay, yes. I'm drawing a sector, guys. I am drawing a sector. Okay. And I assume if I go back to there, that will hopefully automatically loop the sector. Damn it, I don't think it was close enough. It's not. And now that says sector drawing sectors. Oh. How do I finish the sector? This is going to be so bad. Nope, it just keeps drawing the sector. How do I end drawing a sector? Come on. Come on, this was so hope. Oh, okay, I can go back. I can go back sectors. Okay. Don't want to jump into the sector. So going there and hitting space does not finish the sector. So there's got to be some way of sort of automatically closing the sector. Arrow must be inside sector before entering 3D mode. Ah, okay, so enter on the numeric keypad enters 3D mode, but obviously the sector has to be an acceptable sector and your arrow has to be inside the sector. How do I finish the damn sector? Do I press escape? No? Okay, but that does get me into the menu. New, load, save, save as, and quit. Ooh, okay, escape's important. I should be noting these things down, but I'm not going to. How do you... S? Board saved. The board is saved. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Shift, tab... See, now that I'm in sector build mode, obviously the keys that I've already tried, I can't dismiss because potentially they do something. Arrow up does nothing. Right, I'm jumping to the numeric keypad now that I know that the numeric keypad actually does different things. Right, that doesn't do anything. We know what backspace does. back or delete. What would you C? Would you C to go right mouse? Oh, no, right mouse moves us. We established this earlier. Right mouse moves us. It's not tab. Oh, I haven't retried the F keys. Oh, that moves stuff around. We determined that earlier. Grabbed wall pick num. I've grabbed a wall, apparently. Come on. Sector search. No, I don't want to search a sector. I want to finish the damn sector. Maybe it's literally just that do I literally just have to get it? No, because it's not closing it. It's not closing it. Right, I'm going through the... Why would it be a key? I've tried left mouse. I've tried right mouse. In case you think, well, why aren't you trying this? Why aren't you trying... Maybe I have to hover that over that. Right, I'm going through the top line. Obviously don't want this video to be too long either, because then even I wouldn't watch it back. It's not F for finish. Stop pressing G for grid. H, J, K, L is grid lock. Maybe I should have had grid lock on. Grid locking is on, but that's probably a bad thing because I'm going to want to... Maybe should I go back and try it? Let's just see if I can get this done. It's not enter. Like, wouldn't you, if you were building this, as in the application, wouldn't you make it? My goodness. So keep it in mind. Okay, let's have a bit of a talk about this. When Duke Nukem came out, the internet was a thing. So I would have looked up stuff. I would have looked up instructions to be fair on myself. And I'd have needed to. Because my goodness. Okay, I'm going to go into... I'm going to do this. I'm going to come out of sector build. I keep hitting this key on my keyboard that just changes keyboard color, and that's really annoying. Okay, and I'm going to turn grid locking on so that I can have a fixed point, which is here. Okay, I'm going to draw the world's smallest room, Duke Nukem 3D's smallest ever room. Okay, so that, and I'm doing this so that I can make sure I'm 100% on that start point. So you have to be exactly in the right point. Okay, so I've got a sector. I need to set the sector height, or is that done automatically? Let's try and jump into it. So enter. No, that highlights the pointer. So it is enter on the numeric keypad, does a different thing. We are inside that sector we just drew. We are inside the sector we just drew. We have created a room. Is that enough for episode 1 of this? That's 13 minutes. And I've created the smallest room ever. Let's jump back out. See how this build, that's why I created another level, another copy of Duke. Okay, left mouse button. Okay, so this does get now more, what's the word? User friendly. I'm just going to stretch this room out to a sensible size. So grid locking is a good thing when you first set up your sectors. Keep that grid locking on, guys, because you don't want to have it turned off. Believe you me. Right, I'm just going to turn this into... Okay. And now there was all sorts of other things. There was all sorts of things like... Okay, so here we go. So there's my room. My room's getting bigger. My room is getting bigger. And there it is. I think this needs to be a several part series. I think because it's taken me 13 minutes. And look, each time I'm purposely going to... Let's just build on this. And let's come up with something. I don't know what. How do you change the height of the... Okay, so there we go. Episode 1 was how do you create a room in Duke Build 20, what was it, 20 years after? I don't know. I'll figure out the dates and I'll put that in the title. And we'll just build on this. Next week, okay, the next episode will be how do we change shall we go for how do we change the textures? Or can I remember? This is all about if I can remember how to do it, or can I at least figure it out? Yeah, this is hilarious. There we go. All right. Because otherwise each one's going to be too long. 15 minutes. There we go. And I'll sort out the screen size. It's a bit hard. I'm going to have to come up with another. Okay, I'll duplicate my OBS. Give me a bit of behind the scenes stuff, but some things in DOSBox don't appear the same as others, and that's when you bring it into OBS, and that's what you're seeing there. So, all right. I'll make sure it's a bit more full screen is essentially what I'm saying there. On the next one, there we go. That's how you create a basic room. So just to recap, what did we learn? I'm going to have to save this file as well. Let's do that now. So escape brings you... No, I don't want to quit. No. Enter takes you between 3D mode and 2D mode. That's an important thing. The arrow keys move you around inside the environment. Okay. G just changes the grids, so the amount of grid lines in the grid. That's what that does. Okay. Take that back to a sensible size. L, which is very key, is grid lock. So that locks you to your grid, the positions you can create stuff. Once you've started creating a grid, the left mouse button helps you reposition grid points. Once you've created a sector, and to begin, the all-important one I was looking for in the first instance, spacebar uses your mouse pointer location to locate on the grid to actually create those grid points, and then you have to be back on your first one and press spacebar again to finish that, and then enter takes you in and out of that view of the thing. But the arrow has to be inside, and it'll be the player arrow, because essentially you have sort of a planning arrow and a player arrow. I'm pretty sure that automatically turns into a spawn point, but look, we'll find that out as we go through, and then I know you can add spawn points. This is going to be interesting. And also escape brings you, as long as you're in 2D view, brings you into your main menu. So I'm going to hit save as. I'm going to hit A, and we are going to call this. Total CRP. There we go. That's a beautiful name for my level. Enter. Board saved. Hooray! Thank you. I don't know what. Not thanking me. I'm gonna quit that. Yes, I'm definitely sure I want to quit. I've already saved my changes. There we go. That's all I'm doing for this week. And I will not cheat. I'm not going to look into how you do things between this one and the next one. Job done. Here we go. That's back to